So we're going to talk about 5 criteria. I'm going to hide that overlay. And I want to talk to you about your target audience. So most of you have an idea of who your target audience is. You're pretty clear on that, right? Manny is a Spanish coach. She works with college students. Vivian is OBM/VA, and she works with business level people who need some support with their business. So maybe executives or just people who have businesses, business owners, right? So we have an idea. We kind of understand the target audience. Now, what we need to do is do a little bit more work here. We've got to get and pull back the layer and really understand your ideal client. You have to get to know them on a personal level. You have to get to know them in a way that you know their story. Why? Because you're going to repeat the story back to them. Why? Because they need to feel like you understand them. Why? Because when that happens, they trust you. And when they trust you, they will invest in you. Does that make sense? Understanding going from target audience to ideal client comes with the clarity of actually spending time with them. Why do they want what they want now? Why do they want this desire? Where are they going? When they get to where they want to get to, how will it feel? How long have they been trying to get to where they want to get to? I mean, we all are service-based entrepreneurs, so that means that your ideal client wants to go somewhere. Pain Island to Pleasure Island, sad face to happy face. Think along those lines. They need to get to some outcome, some result. What we need to do is continue to ask, what's holding you up from getting there? Why you want to get there? What have you tried in the past? Once you gather this data, once you create your ideal client profile, you have this sheet out. I have one in my Google Doc, right? And I'll tell you exactly how I did this so that you could do this as well in your business. So now when you have your launch, all you're doing is simply sharing the story back to them. I want to give you 2 people that you can deem as your ideal client. You have a good indicator that this is your ideal client. Now, the 5 criteria that I'm going to share with you today to indicate if this is a good ideal client to connect with further are these 5 things. So number 1, let's see, my notes. Number 1, they have a means to invest. They have the means to invest. Now, I know some people come to me and they say, Sherry, I want to help people in the nonprofit sector and things like that. Okay, there's ways to do that with organizations. But if you are a business owner, you have to make a profit. And so you have to work with people who can invest. Okay, that's just point blank. That just makes more sense. Okay, so they have to have a means to invest. So the number 1 criteria, they have a means to invest. That's a good indicator that they are, if you can get that check mark, then you can move forward. Number 2, they have already paid you. They've already paid you and you would love to work with them again. Okay? So they paid you and it was a good working relationship and you could think you can do it again, maybe in a higher level capacity. That is a good indicator for your ideal client. That's criteria number 2. We've got 3 more. Number 3 is you've gotten on a connection call or a discovery call already with these people. With regards to your services, and it seems like it would be a good fit. Okay, so if you have gotten on a call with them and it just didn't follow through for whatever reason, but you want to revisit that, that's a good criteria for them being in your target audience when you're kind of thinking about who your target audience and who your ideal client is. Number 4, your ideal clients are consuming your content. They're consuming your content. The people who are on live with me, they're my ideal clients. Most of them are in my membership site. Hi guys. And they are consuming who's consuming your content? Now, take it a step further. Who is opening your emails? If you send out emails, if you have a newsletter, look inside your analytics and understand who opens them and who reads them. Ding, ding, ding. You need to go connect with that person. They are opening your emails. So sometimes what I do, and I don't do this as regularly as I would love to, but I create a list of the people who have the most tags on the back end of my email service provider, because the people who have the most tags are opening my emails the most, they're going through my videos, they're watching my stuff, and so they are interested in what I have to offer. So I'm not wasting time with people who don't really care, not very interested. I wouldn't spend time trying to build a deeper and deeper connection, because I've been shown in the analytics that they're not that interested. Now, the people who are interested, I'll put them in a spreadsheet and I will say, okay, on Monday morning, follow up with these people, see if they need additional support. They might have a question that I can come in and answer. So I position myself in front of people likely to invest, people who are in my ideal client pool. Okay, so don't forget about your analytics on who's opening your emails. And then the last one is, of course, your ideal clients are the people, a lot of times you're going to have a similar story. You're going to have you have actually solved the problem for yourself, and now you're just 1 or 2 steps ahead of your ideal client. So that's it. You don't have to be expert with 20 years of experience on people. Don't devalue who you are. Don't devalue what you have to offer. Even if you've only been in business 1 year. I've been in business 1 year this month. I don't care. Like, if I've solved a problem for myself that I can now help somebody else with, those are the people who are in your ideal client. Those are the 5 criteria for understanding who your ideal clients are. Now that we have the 5, we've got to do some work. Post. So, who is, talking with you, following you, asking questions, and then begin to connect with them. You want to get closer to those people. I'm getting closer to the camera. You want to get closer to those people, because this is where your marketing message comes from. So out of the 5 criteria, Robin, if the closest thing that was people just commenting or liking your posts on your page, then maybe make sure you're friends with them. So go ahead and click on their profile, make sure you're friends with them. And then what you can do is you can put them in a friends list on Facebook, and then make sure your content continues to be in front of them. Okay.